With the arrival of 5 red heifers to Israel in September 2022, the event triggered Israeli anticipation for the renewal of the sacrificial system, a third temple, and the coming of Messiah. On the 100th day of the Hamas war, Hamas spokesman Abu Ubeida denounced the event, proclaiming it a threat to the Arab world and ultimate bid for control of the Temple Mount. Some would categorize the red heifers into folklore, but these developments have political, religious, and prophetic significance. There has been no temple sacrifice since the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE. In order to check out these red heifers, I visited the Temple Institute in Jerusalem's Old City. Then I visited ancient Shiloh, where the heifers are protected, to clarify the inaccurate and sensational reports and information all over the internet. When I came to Israel over 35 years ago, building the third temple was considered a cult. The movement has gained traction, however, and the Kohanim priesthood and Levites started manufacturing the vessels of the temple, the priestly garments, and the musical instruments. They are implementing and practicing the exacting temple requirements outlined in the Mishnah, the oral law put into writing in the 3rd century. For the temple incense, Guy Ehrlich, an expert cultivator living near Jericho, revived the balm of Gilead plant. Guy is also connected to the Temple Institute and supervised by the rabbis there. With the knowledge almost lost, this rebirth of the balsamon plant is remarkable. It loves the unique saltiness of the Dead Sea soil, but unfortunately it had disappeared over 1,000 years ago. Ancient Shiloh is where the heifers are presently lodged. The site is so special because this is where the ancient Israelites pitched the tabernacle. For over 300 years, Joshua initially pitched the tent of the meeting here, and where Eli the priest blessed Hannah to have her children. How appropriate, then, that the local residents protect the red heifers. Moriah took us to see these beautiful animals, and she expressed the hope that the rebuilding of the third temple would bring peace to the nations. A farmer in Texas, Byron Stinson, sold 5 heifers to the Temple Institute in September 2022 for $50,000 each. According to Numbers 19, the sacrifice of a red heifer was needed to purify the temple. It was to be unblemished, never yoked, and completely red. The priests had to take the heifer outside the camp, where it was sacrificed with cedar wood, red wool, and hyssop. Every part of the heifer was burned. The collected ashes were then mixed with living, flowing waters, such as the Gihon spring, and used to ritually purify the people as well as the temple. Historically, there have been 9 such purifications, and now people are hoping for the 10th. During the Second Temple period, according to the Mishnah, there was an exit out of the eastern gate with a long causeway of the heifers to the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. There is no remnant of this arcaded bridge today. So where was this altar? It is thought to be located near the summit of the Mount of Olives. The priests had to see the Nicanor gate of the temple and sprinkle the blood towards it. Some speculate that the altar was located here at the Dominus Flevit Church. The elevation and view to the Temple Mount certainly make this area an excellent candidate. Others think that it may be the grassy area between the 7 Arches Hotel and the Pater Noster Church. The view from here at the summit is outstanding. Another intriguing spot is the garden area across from the Church of the Ascension. Not only is it the very summit of the Mount of Olives, but Beit HaChoshen, named after the high priest's breastplate, is a residence with an important political element. Beit HaChoshen is the only Jewish real estate in the area. with a rooftop vista to the Temple Mount and just higher in elevation from the Dominus Flevit Church. At present, many more Israelis will hear about the Red Heifers, and things can change here very quickly. For the followers of the New Testament, the sacrifice of the Red Heifer is a step toward the inauguration of the Third Jewish Temple, then the revealing of the man of lawlessness and sin. Even if these heifers are not utilized now, they will become breeding stock in anticipation of Messiah's coming.